In terms of recap, what we did yesterday was two topics. We covered about what activity is and how we use activity. And the second is we saw how to work with the web app recorder, right? So now today we'll move forward and okay, let's start with word automation. Okay, so guys, everybody, all of you know your emails and your passwords. All of you have the link to the labs. So please open up the labs and sign in into your VM. Okay, I can see 22, 23, 24 online and 25, 26, 27. Okay, 21 is also online now. Who is Citizen 20? I do not see you online yet.
Yes, I'm refreshing my browser.
Okay, okay, now even you are online. Great. Okay, so right, let's open Studio and create a new project for the word task that we are going to do now. Okay, everybody created a new project.
I'm ready.
Ready? Okay. Firmsak, are you also able to log in and create a new project?
What is project name?
You can name it anything. Maybe you name it as word task.
What automation task 3?
Yeah, you can name it that.
Okay.
Yeah, it works. Okay.
Okay.
Now, let's start with word automation. So, when we talk about integration to any type of applications, there are few applications that are already integrated into UiPath. So, for applications like Word, Excel, and all these things, whatever steps we need to perform, they cannot be recorded in the way we work them on. So, for such applications, we have the activities already in UiPath. So, whatever steps we need to perform, we need to drag and drop the corresponding activity. We need to configure it as in how we want and then move forward. So we cannot record each and every step onto what we do on applications like Outlook, Word, Excel. But yes, we have activities to fulfill whatever automation needs we have. In terms of what type of activities we have, let me show you. Okay. So everybody on the left panel of your activities, select Word. Okay. Now these are the actions that we already have forward. So if we want to do basically these are the actions that we can perform in Word without having to do any codes. So we have all the activities. We can read the text, we can replace text, we can add pictures, we can add tables, whatever we want. We have to use these activities to do them. So just like we used Excel yesterday, just like we were using app browser yesterday, we would use Word in the same format. So first of all, what we'll do is we will drag and drop the resource for our word file. Once we drag and drop that, we would give the path of the word file, and inside this resource container, inside this word container, we'll drag and drop all the actions that we need to perform. Okay. Okay. So now let's see about what our task is. Your challenge today is to update the contract for sale of goods docs template using data from contract for sale of goods and piece of information from the internet, which is local currency versus euro currency rate. Okay. So yesterday we did a piece of code from where we fetched INR versus USD. So today what we have to do is we have to find the conversion, the currency rate, the conversion rate from your local currency, that is baht, to euro. Okay. So we need information of to convert your local currency into euro, and we have some data in this Excel file which we have to update in this Word file. So now let's see what these documents are all about. Okay, so yesterday I shared with you a folder named task 3 zip file. So there we have another task 3 folder inside it, and these are the 4 documents, the 4 input files that we will need here. Let's open the Word file and the Excel file to see what type of data we have and how do we work around it. Okay. Okay. Now let's see what type of data do we have to replace it with. Okay, so we need to replace the company name here, the company address here, seller name and the seller address. Let's see, do we have it in here? Okay, so we have the company name, we have the company address, we have seller name, and we have seller address. This is not seller, yeah, this is seller address. Okay, so these are the 4 things that we have to replace over here. Then what we need to do is we need to give a total over here and the euro exchange rate here. Let's see, do we have the total or do we have to calculate it? Okay, we have the total here. So we need to pick this total from here and we need to replace it here with the total task, with the total text. Then the euro exchange rate that we have to fetch from the web browser needs to be replaced here. Then comes date. Okay, date would be today's date, and that's it. Then we have a logo seller and a logo buyer, and we have these 2 files in these 2 images in our input. So we have the buyer logo and we have the seller logo. So we have to replace this too. So everybody, uh, though these files are on your desktop only, but if you want, you copy them to your folder, your project. Okay, so everybody, the project that you have created, again open the studio, go to project, open project folder and save all these files there. Once you are able to save it, please let me know. Okay, let's start. Uh, right. Then, what we have to do here is we are using the resource container for Word file, right? Because we have to use Word. But I also mentioned you yesterday that whenever we want to use Excel or anything for our input or maybe output. But output does not need a container throughout. For output, we can have a container in the end also. But when we want input from there and when we want a lot of, when we have to iterate into it a lot of times, what we do is we have another container which surrounds it. So we need the data, we need our input data from the Excel file, right? Whatever we have to work on is on that Excel file. So what I am going to do is I'll drag and drop the use Excel file container over here. Once I do that, I will move the Word file container within the Excel file container because I need to pick up the data from Excel file and put it into the Word file. Right. Now, here I need to give the path of the Excel file, right? So I click on the browse for file and I see here my Excel file. I select it. Then we click on the browse button for the Word file and we select the Word file. Everybody following me till here? Okay. Okay. So now what we have to do is, if we look ahead, the first thing that we have to do is we have to replace the company name. Okay. So when we talk about company name, replacing the text, we need to replace the text company name by the actual company name that we have in the Excel file. Then we again select the Word file, the Word activities from here and we go through the activities and we see which activity can we use here. So I found an activity saying replace text in document. So I think this is the activity that can work here. So I drag and drop replace text in document and you make sure you drop this activity, this action within the Word file container because these steps are to be performed within the Word file, right? Then then what we do is we search here for the text that is already mentioned in the Word file. So what text is mentioned that we need to replace is this company name and we give it with the square brackets itself so that it does not pick up anywhere else where we have company name written. So let's give it here in the text and save it. Okay. Then what do I have to replace it with? So I select Excel. I select indicate in Excel. Okay. And then you select any company. So we have the address for this company. So I'll pick up this company. Okay. The row 23. So I select here company name and I click on confirm. Okay, so is everybody following me till here?
Wait a minute. My
Yeah.
computer slow.
Okay. Do
Slow,
you
very slow.
uh, is your internet connection working fine?
Um, 23.
No, 23 is okay, but is your internet connection good?
Uh, it's still good.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Meanwhile, everybody write drag and drop the actions for replacing company address, seller name, and seller address. Okay. And the total also, this total. So you need to have one, two, three, four more actions. So everybody, please drag and drop these four actions, and I'm giving you 2 minutes to complete it. Okay, so were you able to do all these four actions? Who is able to do them? Okay, okay, fine. I'll give you another 2 minutes. Okay. So, Jira, what number VM are you using? 25. Okay, let me open. Okay, I see you have cell number as 2. If you open the Excel file, Jira, you do not have anything in company name for cell number 2, right? So you do not have any date and company address, good company address in cell number 2. That is why I picked up 23. But even this is okay. If you pick up this, then that's okay. We'll work around the second row itself. Even that should be okay. Okay, let's check about your activities. So you replaced the company address with the column C, company name with column B, okay, and seller name with D2, okay, and then seller address. Okay, okay, so fine. What do we have next? The next thing that needs to be replaced is the total. Or were you able to do the total too? Okay, you did till seller address, right? Now, Jira, drag and drop the activity to replace total from this amount that we have in the Excel file. You have, yeah, right, right. Okay, so everybody, were you able to complete till here? Now we will move ahead to how to insert the data table. Okay, please write a yes or a okay in the chat if you have done till here. And does anybody need help until here? Okay, okay. So I see a yes from everybody. Let's move forward. Okay. Now what we have to do is, if you see here in the Word file, it says insert table here. Now what table do we have to insert? We have a table for goods, right? If you come here, uh, if you select any of the cells and okay, let's see about, okay, we select this cell and we come to design. In the design tab, when we come, we see that this table is named as table 1. Okay, you see here the table name is given in the Excel over here. That what is the table name for this particular set of data. When we have this table name, we need to fetch the table and paste it here in the Word file. In order to paste this, we have to replace text, but we have to add a data table, right? So what we are going to do is, I see an activity here which says insert data table in document. So I drag and drop this below my replace activities. Okay. Now I have to see what type of inputs are here. So first is table to insert. Okay. So let's try from here. We go on the plus icon. We go to Excel file. We go to goods sheet and we find the table here. We have the option to select the table 1 from our Excel. So we selected table 1, then it says insert relative to document, okay, and position where to start is start, okay. So now we do not have to just, in terms of where do we have to replace the table with. So we have a text there which we need to replace, right? So I select text here, then text to search for. Okay, I'll open text here and I'll copy this text and paste it over there. We have it here. I'll paste this over here and then occurrence all, position where to insert. We do not have to insert before, after. We have to replace it. So I select replace. Okay. So anybody who did not follow me on this activity and wants me to repeat it. Okay. So when we have to insert a data table, we dragged and dropped the activity named insert data table in document. Once we dragged it, we saw the first input was the table to insert. When we talk about the table to insert, we can see, we go to the plus icon, we go to the Excel file, we go to the goods sheet because our table is present there. And when we come to the goods sheet, we see the table 1 tab here. Now, how do we know that this table is named as table 1? So we open the Excel file, we select any one cell from the table, we go to the design tab and here on the left hand side, we see table name. Do you guys get it? Okay. So once we get the table name from here, we select that table name here in our studio. When we select it, it asks whether to insert that what is the text insertion related to. When we talk about related to, there are options like bookmark, document or text. So we have to replace a text with the data table. So I select text in this drop down. Once I select text, I get 3 more options. Then I have to give the text to search for. So here in the Word file, I have this text to search for, right? We need to replace this text with the table. So I give this text in my text. So I go to the plus icon, I select text and I paste it here. Okay. Once I have it here, I set the occurrence to all because I know there is just one occurrence. And then we talk about position. We do not have to do it before or after. We have to replace it. So I select replace over here. Is it okay now, wrong date? Do you get it now? Okay. So everybody followed me till here. Everybody is done with this insert data table in document activity. Everybody, a yes in the chat. Okay, great. Now, what do we have next? So we need to replace these two images with the images that we have in our folder, that we have in our project folder. So let's see, what do we have here? We have an activity here named replace picture. Okay, so we need to replace those pictures. So let me tell you how to replace one picture and then you will do for the second picture. Okay, so I drag and drop the replace picture activity below the action but inside the word container. Okay, guys, do double check where you are dragging and dropping your activities. If they fall outside the container, you will get an error. Okay, so I drag and drop the replace picture activity here. Then I see a text named find pictures with alt text. Okay, when we talk about alt text, the text we have here is logo seller, right? So what I do is I give here this text. I go to the plus icon. I select text and I give here logo seller. Okay. And then I have to replace it with the picture. So I click on the browser on the folder button and I click here on the seller logo. Okay. Now you do it for the second seller. Now you do it for the logo buyer and then a yes in the chat for when you complete it. Okay. So 2 minutes. Please do it.
I have some question.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Uh, Repeat picture use OCR engine for search.
Please repeat.
Repeat picture activity use OCR engine for search string we want.
Uh,
Uh, Input file picture with the alternative text.
yeah, yeah.
You 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 define text logo seller.
Okay, just give me a second and wait, I'll tell you. Okay. Uh, so, see, for the picture that we have to find the alt text, we do it here, and then this is the alt text. Okay. I put here the wrong text. Let me change it here. Okay. Similarly, we will do it for this image. We will find its alt text, which is logo underscore buyer, and then we'll copy it in the next activity. Do you get it now, Jira? Okay. And Tavine, you have sent the correct screenshots. Yes, I wrote down the wrong text. Yeah. So okay. So are you done with both the replace picture activities? Uh, a yes in the chat from everybody who have done these two replace picture activities. Panumas, are you able to do it? Ashira? Okay. Okay. So now one thing that is left is date. So let's check in our Excel file. Okay. If you are picking up the row 23 for your data, you have a date here. But if you are putting up cell number 2, we do not have a date here. So I copy my 23rd date to the second row also, so that I have some date here which can be copied here to the date variable. So what I'll do now is I'll once again add replace text in document, and I will search for date, and I will replace it with my I open this, I replace it with Excel, indicate in Excel. And if you are going with row 2, select the row 2 date, and if you are going with row 23, select the row 23 date. Okay, so once you are done here, we are done formatting everything except the euro exchange rate. So now yesterday itself we did a piece of code to automate how do we search exchange rate in Google and how do we fetch it. So I'm giving everybody 5 minutes, and I want you to work on the uh, exchange rate part. And whosoever is able to complete the exchange rate part, please write down a yes in the conversation so that we can see how you have done it. Are you able to do it? Do you have any questions? Are you getting stuck somewhere? Jira will take Thai baht, your local currency. Oh, okay. I am sorry. Okay, so was anyone able to complete the fetch the exchange rate part? Ashira, were you able to complete it? Okay, so Tavine, which number citizen are you using? 22. Okay, right. Okay, you did the complete URL part. Okay, that is nice. Okay, then you have your Excel, you have your replace text. Uh, okay, date and then euro exchange rate with conversion rate. Okay, nice. Yes, this is exactly what we have to do. Okay, so everybody else, as we discussed yesterday, what we do is we open the Chrome browser, we search for the conversion rate, and then whatever page comes up, we indicate this page in our indicate browser here in the use browser. Then we simply do a get text, and when we do a get text, we store it here in the message box. Okay. Yeah. So we save it to a variable, and then we use this variable later in our replace text in document activity with the we give the original text as EUR exchange rate, which is mentioned in the Word file, and then in the replace with tab we go to the plus icon, we go to use saved value, and we select conversion rate. Okay. Tavine, just close your Excel file, your Word file, your Chrome, and then try to run it and check what your results are coming. Okay. Now open your Word file and show. Okay. So now we see the company name is changed. All the four fields from the top is changed. The table has been inserted and the total is changed. The exchange rate we have the seller and the buyer logos, and we have the date. Yes, this works absolutely fine. Okay. So Tavine has done, Panumas has done, and Jira has done. What about others? Do you need any help? Where are you people stuck? Wrong date, where are you? Still working? At which step? Do you want me to open your machine? Which number citizen are you using? 21. Okay. Okay, get text, message box. Okay, even a message box is okay. Okay, why are you using INR to USD conversion? Did you copy it from yesterday's task? Okay. Okay. So now what you have to do is you open your Chrome. No, 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 not run. Because what you are finding is INR to USD conversion. And today what you have to find is Thai baht to euro. So you open Google Chrome, you search for Thai baht to euro conversion. Yeah. Yeah. So first of all, you now again go back to your studio. Okay. First, what you do is you correct this thing. Uh, oh, okay. I'll check that. So first you select this so that you do not have a spelling mistake here. Then you come back to your studio. You select this button, the three bars button. When you come here, you select indicate target on screen because we want this page, right? Today, what we want is Thai baht to euro conversion. So we select this URL, okay? And then when we talk about get text, so we will again indicate it because today what we want is 0.02 and then when it asks us for a complete selector, we select. Okay. So we do not have a 0.07 euro, so we select this complete thing and see what comes. Okay, this does not work. Okay, let's enter and check. We already have a message box, right? So let's close this and see what is our conversion rate coming. Okay, let's do it again. Uh, what we have to do is Thai baht to euro conversion. Okay, then we come here, we indicate the page, and then when we come in get text, we indicate the target. We select this. Let's put this uncheck. Let me close this and then check. Okay, so my conversion rate came fine. I click on OK. Okay, now you open your Word file and see whether everything has been replaced or not. Permsack, are you able to do it?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay. What machine are you using?
23.
Sorry,
23.
23.
Yes.
Okay. So I want you to explain this task from starting. Okay. Where is your conversion rate part? Okay, it is here 0.02. Right. Okay. So Pansa, can you explain this exercise to everybody once about what
Okay.
you have? Yeah.
In Thai, okay?
Yeah, that's okay. Even if I do not get, everybody else would get. But you should be speaking right.
โอเคนะครับ ก็คือเราก็เริ่มแต่เปิดตัวไฟล์ Excel มาก่อนนะครับ แล้วก็โหลดไฟล์ Excel มา จากนั้นก็เปิดตัว Word นะครับ
เสียงพัดลมดัง
เพื่
ค
อ
รับ
มาหลอก
เสียงพัดลมดัง
ขอโทษครับ ครับ เบายังครับ ฮัลโหลดีขึ้นยังครับ
ดีขึ้นครับ
ครับผม เบื้องต้นเราเปิดไฟล์ตัว Excel ก่อนนะครับ ขึ้นมาไปโหลดไฟล์ขึ้นมานะครับ จากนั้นเราก็มาเปิดไฟล์ตัว Word นะครับ ภายใต้ไฟล์ Word เนี่ยเราก็ไปดาวน์โหลดตัวไฟล์ Word ขึ้นมา จากนั้นเราก็เสิร์ชหาคำจากไฟล์ Word นะครับ คือตัว company name ก่อนเพื่อ replace ด้วยไฟล์ Excel ที่เราไป indicate มานะครับ จากตรงนี้นะฮะจากนั้นก็ทำเหมือนกัน4ตัวนะครับก็คือมีส่วนของตัว company name ตัว company address ตัว seller name แล้วก็ตัว buyer name นะครับก็ทำเหมือนกันเลยอันนี้สงสัยไหมครับถ้าเงียบไม่มีใครสงสัยนะครับ ผมจะได้ต่อครับ
ไม่ครับ
โอเคครับพอ replace 3ตัวนี้ก็จะมีส่วนของtotal ก็มี total เพิ่มเข้ามาครับข้างล่างถ้าเราเปรียบเทียบนะครับสิ่งที่เขาต้องการให้ replace อันนี้ผม replace ไปนะก็คือชื่อaddress นะครับแล้วก็ชื่อ seller buyer นะครับอันนี้ address นะครับแล้วก็ถัดมานะครับส่วนที่มันจะต่างหน่อยนึงก็คือตัว insert ตรงนี้นะครับเมื่อกี้เรา replace นะครับถัดมาเป็น action ของตัว insert ตัว data table นะครับเราจะต้องเอา data table ของตัวที่เป็นตัว Excel อะครับตรงนี้นะฮะ data table ของเขาคือใช้ตัวชีตกู้นะครับก็คือตัวที่เขาบอกครับเป็น table 1 table 1นะฮะเอามาลงในตัว Word ด้วยนะครับให้ได้หน้าตาอย่างนี้นะครับก็คือใช้คำสั่งของตัว insert table เข้า document เราก็ไปเลือกเป็น table 1ตรงนี้นะครับแล้วก็ insert delete เป็น text ให้เป็น text ลงมานะครับ แล้วก็ที่เหลือก็ replace เลยinsert here นี่ครับจริงๆตอนเลือกครับก็คือคำสั่งขอโทษครับตัว text ที่อยู่ในตัว Word ครับมันจะเป็นคำว่า insert table here ตรงนี้ครับเราก็ใช้wording ตัวนี้เหมือนกันถัดมาครับก็เป็นการ replace picture ตรงนี้อาจจะมีคนสงสัยหลายคนนะครับผมก็สงสัยเหมือนกันทีแรกก็คือตัว identity text เนี่ยก็คือเป็นชื่อของตัว image text เมื่อกี้นะครับที่เราจะหานะครับก็คือ identity text ก็คือตัว image text ชื่อของ image text ชื่อของ image ตัวนั้นนะครับเขาเรียกว่า identity text ชื่อมันก็คือชื่อ logo underscore seller กับ logo underscore buyer เราก็ต้องหาชื่อนี้ให้ถูกต้องนะครับก็โดยวิธีที่น้องมดกดให้ดูเมื่อกี้นี้แล้วก็ replace ด้วย picture นะครับก็ไป bounce picture มาที่เขาเตรียมรูปไปให้นะครับตัว seller ก็ replace ด้วย logo seller ตัว logo buyer ก็ replace ด้วย buyer นะครับจากนั้นมาก็อันสุดท้ายก็ replace date เราก็ไปหาที่ Excel อันนี้ก็เหมือนตัวข้างบนเหมือนกันก็ replace ตัวคำว่า date ตัวเนี้ยด้วย Excel คอลัมน์ที่23ตัวที่เป็น date นะครับถัดมาเขาบอกว่าต้องการค่าที่เป็นไทยบาทฟิกไทยบาทเกรดนะครับของวันนี้ครับถ้าจะไปหาเราก็ต้องไปเปิดเบราว์เซอร์ขึ้นมาสเต็ปถัดไปเราก็ไปเปิดเบราว์เซอร์นะครับผมก็ใช้ URL ที่เป็นเบราว์เซอร์อยู่แล้วคือตัวนี้เลยนะครับมันก็จะโชว์หน้าเบราว์เซอร์ของตัวไทยบาทเรทเข้ามานะครับพอเปิดได้ปุ๊บเราก็ get text คำนี้มาเก็บในตัวแปรอะไรก็ได้นะครับจากนั้นมาเราก็ไปเสิร์ชหาคำว่าexchange rate ตัวนี้ในตัว document นะครับเพราะตอนนี้เราอยู่ใน document อยู่ถ้าเราดูให้ดีครับอยู่ใน document Word exchange rate ตัวนี้แล้วก็ replace ด้วยตัวแปรที่เราเก็บจากตัวแปร money ไปครับเอามาใส่ก็จะได้ค่ารันออกมาปุ๊บก็จะได้ตามนี้ในไฟล์ Word นะครับค่าต่างๆฟิลหายอันนี้มีอะไรสงสัยไหมครับโอเคเข้าใจทุกคนครับโอเค thank you
Okay, thank you.
thank you
Okay, so now, okay, let me open my VM. Okay, so did everybody get it? Do you have any other questions from this task or from anything related to Word file? Anybody, any doubts, any questions? Okay, now our task is completed. So now I want you to explore these few activities. We have time, right? Okay, so let's do one thing. I want at the end, when you replace everything else, when you create the final Word file, I want you to save it as a PDF. Okay, so can everybody work on it? And we have to use this activity. We have to use activity and yes, just explore and then tell me once you are able to do it. It is a very simple activity. You should be able to do it by yourself. Do you get it? Do you get what I'm asking you to do? Okay, Jagnipat, I see you wrote down a no. That was for? Okay.
The no is for the you ask some about the if anyone have question.
Okay, got it. I thought you had some doubt. That's okay. Okay, Pamsak, you get what I'm asking you to do?
no
Okay,
no
so after you are done with the complete editing, the complete data formatting in the Word file, I want you to save it as a PDF. I want you to save it as a document as PDF. Do you get it now?
use automate or manually?
Okay, wait. Okay, Tavini, you get what I'm saying, right? You get what task I asked you to do.
Yes.
Okay, can you explain it in local language to everybody else so that they also be on the same page?
โอเคเอ่อ นี่เขาจะให้ทำเซฟตัวที่เป็น Word ที่เรา replace ค่าเมื่อกี้อะค่ะ เป็น PDF ทีนี้ให้ใช้ตัวที่เป็น activity ที่เป็นตัว save document as PDF ได้เลยอะค่ะ น่าจะใช้ต่อจากตรง replace อันล่าสุดได้เลยพี่ เดี๋ยวลองดู เขาบอกว่าให้ลองทำดูค่ะ
นึกว่าให้เซฟส่งไม่ใช่เหรอ
อ๋อ ไม่ใช่ ให้ใช้คำสั่งจาก Ui Path Save ค่ะ
โอเคนึกก่อน
Okay, do you get it now, Permsak?
yes
Okay,
I do it
okay. So, okay, just let me know once any of you finishes it.
okay done
Okay, let me open your screen. Uh, you are using 23, right? If I'm not wrong.
yes sure
Okay. Okay, absolutely right. So, show me the output that you got after running this.
hmm?
The output, open the PDF file.
this output
Yeah.
yes
Okay. Right. So,
beautiful
everybody, yeah. So, is everybody getting it? Okay. Any questions? Anybody? Okay. So, let me open my VM back. Okay, so now since yesterday we have covered about how to use activities, how to web or app record, and how to do word automation. In any of these topics, do you have any doubts? Is there something that you would like to that you would like me to go through once again? So, are you all getting until here? Is everything absolutely clear? Okay. Um, okay, fine. Then let's have a recap on to what is app web recorder and how do we work on it. So, anybody who would like to volunteer to explain web app recorder? Who wants to go? Ashira, do you want to explain everybody about what web app recorder is? Okay. Panumas, do you want to explain what web app record? Okay. Ashira, would you like to explain what is web app recorder and how do we work around it? Okay. Panumas, would you like to explain
Explain about this.
about web app recorder? We have done
App.
2-3 tasks yesterday, okay? So I just want you to give a very short recap onto what it does and how do we work with it. I
App.
don't mind even if it is in your local language so that everybody else can understand.
App. Our web recorder has been
Yes.
record to the application for the use open application for easier. Can be record open on the web application on the Word, Notepad, or anything you can use this recorder. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So, okay, we are all done with word 2. Let's then move ahead to the next topic.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So, we are done here with task 3. Okay. Now comes next thing as decisions. So, for any decision making steps in automation in UI path, we have an activity named if. So when we talk about if has just one text box onto what exactly is the expression that you want to give. But there is one thing that we need to make sure of. Just a second. Sorry. Okay, so in the condition, we just need to make sure that whatever condition we give should have only two outputs. Should be a decisive statement as to true or false, yes or no. So when I talk about string A is equal to string B. So either it would be a yes or it would be a no. So we can give any expression in the if condition which gives us an output in the form of a boolean variable. If it tells me a yes or no or a true and false, those are the expressions, those are the conditions that we give in the if condition bar. Do you get it? Okay,
Okay.
let
I
me
get.
repeat it once again. So, whenever we have a question or we have a condition which results in a true or false, those conditions are given in the if condition, and because later on in the if we have two blocks, then and else. Then means yes, and else means no. So, whenever the answer to your condition is yes, whatever steps, whatever activities you have in your then block will get executed. And if the answer to your condition is no, then whatever is there in the else block will get executed. If we talk about what we have on our screen, you see it shows notes number. So from the number tab, it picked up a value and it says greater than 50. Okay, that means if the value that we picked up from the notes, if it is greater than 50, what will happen? Then it would execute the then block. Then it would come here in the then block. If the condition is true, if the number is greater than 50, it would execute the then block, and in then block we have a message box saying greater. So if I have the number 55 written in my Excel file, which is greater than 50, then my output would be a message box showing greater. Okay, whereas if I have a number, for example 1, written in the Excel file, and 1 is not greater than 50. So the answer to this condition would be false, and when the answer is false, then the else block gets executed. So in that case, I would get a message box saying smaller. Do you get it? Do you want me to repeat it once again? Do you think I was going faster? Okay. So when we come here, I go to the show all actions. I come here in actions and I look. Where do I have it? Okay. Here is the if. So if I drag this if, for suppose here, so what does it shows me? It shows me the condition bar. It only shows me the then bar for now, but I have an option here to click on show else. So when I click on show else, I get these two boxes. One is then and one is else. So when my then executes, maybe I want a box saying, I'll give it a text 2. Okay, and similarly I give it a text here saying false. Okay, and uh, okay, let me give it a value from my Excel file. Okay, let me use the scratchpad and confirm it. And here the value that I give is 100. I save it and okay, but see, now what happens is it does not show me number, right? And okay, let me open the project notebook. Okay, here what I'll do is the formatting is to general. I will do it as number. Okay, then I save it, I close it, I again use this even cell is greater than. I write down a value here, maybe 75, save, save. So it gives me scratchpad notes. Notes is the Excel file. Then the sheet that I'm using is scratchpad, and then the cell from where I'm getting data is A1. if it is greater than 75, it is going to show me true, or else it should show me false. So let's see what it shows. It shows me true, right? Do you get it? Any questions from this? Anything that you want to ask in how we build the conditions? Okay, so whenever we have to build the condition, we open the condition builder, and in condition builder, here we select the input that we have to compare. So here I had to select the scratch pad where I have given the number 100. Then from this drop down, we have a lot of this thing where we can see greater than, equal to, less than, equal, not equal. If it is a string, then is empty, is not empty, true, false. It starts with, it contains, whether it is numeric or not numeric, and here we give the value that we have to compare it with. Okay, so this is how we build a condition. And when we have multiple conditions, what if data type in Excel is general or text, not number? Okay, I'll show you that also. Oh, okay. So whenever the data type is general or text, it picks it up as a string and not as a number. So then it would show you a error comparing a string and a number. So that's why when we take it from Excel and it is a number, we change the formatting to number, so that Studio gets that when are we getting a number as an input, and when are we getting a string as an input. Is it okay, Tavine? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we will go through some examples of if after your half an hour break. So I think it's 10:30 over there. So we will come back at 11, and then we will do some exercises on if. Is that okay? Okay. So guys, okay. I'll see you at 11. Please be on time. Thank you.